Welcome to this Fairies Oracle card reading. At the time that I'm recording this, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, and this full moon is also marking the beginning of eclipse season, which means that the impact of the full moon will last longer than a normal full moon, and in the realms of the fairies, adding a little bit more depth and excitement. I will be pulling the cards for my Fairies Oracle readings just around a new moon or a full moon, because the fifth element is the moon in the realms of the fairies, and so the moon is what's keeping the four elements of water, fire, earth and air in a constant flow. So, my readings will not hold any specific meanings to the new or full moon in particular, but just simply bring us closer to the energies of the fairies. These are timeless readings, so whenever you come across one of my readings, it's probably the right time for you to watch it. So let's see what kind of energies the fairies see around us. And remember that you can apply it however it might resonate with you and where you are right now in your life. And also I would like to add that the cards can be read both ways, which means that the cards can either represent you or they can represent your surroundings. So once again, apply it however you feel it resonates. The first card coming out for the question regarding where we are at right now is the Bodacious Bodak, card number 59. If this number holds a specific meaning to you, then please go with that feeling throughout this reading, holding a specific additional message for you. And of course, this goes for any of the numbers coming through on the cards in the reading. The Bodacious Bodak is referring to sabotage, guarding with what is yours, your territory, whatever that may be, job, money, hobbies, relationships, etc. He is telling us to do a bit of cleaning up, getting things done, knowing what you are doing and hold in your life so that no one can attack you or has anything to meddle with in your life. Be clear about your attitudes, set healthy boundaries in the areas of life where you feel things are not set straight. The Bodacious Bodak belongs to the group of fairies who are representing life challenges, so they kind of dare us to have a look at our disillusions, misbehaviors, insecurities, inner traumas, fear, and so on. Without these fairies, we could very well be sleeping our lives away, not knowing why or what we're doing. When they show up, it will feel as if it's testing time. And so here we are being given the opportunity really to find out if we have been dedicated to our own personal growth or if there are areas where we need to ignite something new within us to be able to pass whatever test there could be in that specific area for us. Be assured that the fairies always will make it certain that we absolutely will learn something from these passages in reaching higher levels of existence. This group of fairies are excited to congratulate us with our success in reaching new heights from whatever challenge we have been or are going through. In general, the Bodacious Bodak is often showing up in our lives as a person or a situation trying to look as if he, she, or it are being helpful from a heart full of all the right intentions when actually they are not. We must pay attention to people's meddling, to their helpful fixing of things in our lives that is really not helping us at all. In other words, both metaphorically and literally, we mustn't leave breadcrumbs or yesterday's leftovers on the kitchen table. The bodacious bodak will invite himself for quite a meal of consuming what we have not paid sufficient attention to. Okay, let's turn to the next card that showed up when asking about why we are in this situation. And here we have card number 30, the Laume, talking about unconditional giving and receiving, suggesting that we need to learn this. At this moment we seem blocked in that kind of flow of life, so she is actually being quite practical about how to get back into balance here by simply going to places and give, because you can, to whomever you meet, whether it is an offering of money, flowers, food, etc. It's not what matters. What is essential here is that we learn to give out a bit more than we think we can, or to give out more than we can afford. It will all be coming back to us. We will lack nothing, and perhaps this could happen faster than we anticipated while giving out, of course through giving freely and generously. Further, the Laume is in general about being a true charitable soul who gives without expectations of any kind of return. Her energies are about to give even though it hurts sometimes, or even if it means that we will momentarily be short of resources in our own lives when this giving out is truly needed. If we have any imbalances in some of our life areas, it is probably because we haven't been putting our attention to our cosmic accounts by freely giving. The Laume is reminding us of not keeping our hands in our pockets when we come across a situation that calls for truly giving. We will be lacking joy, fun, new friendships, jobs, or just life experiences overall, and most importantly, lacking growth on a soul level. She belongs to the group of fairies who show up as guardians and guides. They show up to encourage us to develop our talents and skills and our own natural magic, and to dive even more into these areas and let go of self-imposed limitations and fears. They wish for us to go beyond what we thought that we could do, and likewise they turn up if we have made big holes for ourselves to fall into because we simply have not understood our potential in certain areas of life. We could be so much more instead of just judging ourselves by what we think we cannot put into realization. Further, these fairies strongly encourage us to make use of our sense of humor when developing into a fully magical skilled human being. They are reminding us what being true to ourselves really means, what true dignity is really about, which is to be kind and show respect for both ourselves and for others. And this will probably also be the strongest indicator that you have this group of fairies around you. A feeling of wanting to have fun, to enjoy yourself in everything that you do, and to get out of whatever kind of twist you may find yourself in, where you are not showing and working with all aspects of yourself, finding your unique self. Lastly, the fairies of this kind really wish for us to live in more harmony with nature, each other, and the fairies themselves. We possess the ability to help, each in our own special way, the worlds of fairies and human beings to become more harmonious. And finally, we'll turn to the last card in this reading, and here we find card number 38, La Iste, the Moon's Daughter, coming in to give us some advice on where we are at right now and why, and she is underlining that applying our psychic abilities, seeing the meaning in things as one, seeing patterns in the things that happen are of great importance. So, we shouldn't be shutting out weird or strange things suddenly occurring as just random stuff going on. We could actually find that now is the time when we see things begin to fall into place, flowing easily in our lives. Our decisions and choices may even bring us enormous success. These abilities start to make sense through becoming clearer to us. We need to trust this process. We might also want to listen more to our dreams during nighttime at this point, as they will communicate things about the future and illuminate the present. Here we are talking of mere psychic dreams, so these dreams will often speak to us in a symbolic language. Laiste belongs to the same group of fairies as card number 30, the Laume. So here we once again are being drawn to the energies of fairies who wish to remind us of our full potential in life as the persons we are, of humor, of going through life with kindness and consideration for everyone, and to become more harmonious with the nature around us, including the fairies themselves. In general, the Moon's Daughter is representing illumination, spiritual guidance, and light cast in shadows, and is very keen on teaching us how to keep awake in life, how to move into the future, leaving the past behind through illuminating the path ahead with newly acquired insights. Her biggest wish is that we begin to notice and study the magic, beauty, and wisdom in life, and that we go for our higher self and our not yet realized cosmic wisdom. She is kind of showing us the so-called gate of revelation, lighting up the passages between the other worlds and this one, relating to the multiverse, which is all the worlds and dimensions together. Finally, I would like to pull a Sweet Dreams card for this last fairy, Laiste in particular, as she is referring to the dream state among other things. She is daughter of the moon, and since the moon is about our dreams, whether during nighttime or daytime, I find it very applicable here just to see if there is further information for us that could lead us in a more specific direction. And the card that came out was Abundance. I am blessed with and thankful for the abundance in my life. Now this card is telling us that with Laiste and her way of seeing things and understanding the situations we are currently in on both an individual level and a collective level, everything will come with abundance, but perhaps not in the usual way that we understand abundance linked to the materialistic and financial area of our lives. I get the feeling that we here can expect abundance as something coming from within, a huge, gigantic feeling of being a fragment of the universe here on the planet and of experiencing this greater divine state of consciousness as being one. Perhaps you might want to dive deeper into your own dreams here during nighttime, where the fairies have the best opportunities to show up and meet us in other dimensions to bring us guidance, advice, red lights, etc., to keep us on our toes as to what is playing out in our 3D lives during daytime. Through attention and study, you will quite likely find the answers you seek. So this was what I had for you. Hope you have enjoyed the reading and that it resonated in some ways, and that you have been inspired to go explore the realm of the fairies, to start working on the development of your own intuitive side. Remember to stay grounded when you feel their light and humor and their teasing, loving energies around you, as they are the messengers of the earth and the spokes creatures of Mother Gaia. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Dance, light, love and songs and many moon magic blessings to you all. Bye for now.